हेलो गाइस, तो यहाँ पर हम
Big appeal from Bumrah.
कमेंट्री करने वाला हैं।
And he's gone straight away. Virat Kohli, we're having a look upstairs.
सबटाइटल पढ़ूंगा so that I can improve my English. So let's start.
It's a fair delivery.
Original
We can move on
decision
to
is
front
not
on
our.
spin
We
vision,
can move
please.
on to front on spin vision. Applause.
Okay.
Please,
Mid
okay, I'm
sequence
going to
range
need
available, thank you.
to see Ultra is on one available hand. You
Keep that rolling
keep
through,
that
please. Keep
rolling
it rolling
through.
through.
Please keep
Keep
it
it rolling
rolling
through.
through it rolling.
Thank you. Keep it rolling through all the way to the pad. We've got a clear gap between bat
On
and
the
ball.
pad,
No
we
bat
go to
involved.
clear gap
Ball
between the
tracking when
pad and
ready,
no
please.
ball tracking when ready. English is please pitching in line, back in line, and hitting the wickets.
I'm going to go back to
I'm
Richard
going
on
to
field.
go
Change
to
your decision.
back
Well,
to
the brilliance of Bumrah.
change your
Just
decision. Well, the
softening Ollie
brilliance of
Robinson up with a
Bumrah
short
just
ball.
softening
And then it was a slightly
Robinson up
slower
with a
ball.
slightly
Question for
lower
Richard
ball
Illingworth,
position.
did it pitch in line? You bet it
pitch
did.
in line?
Bumrah went straight up.
Bumrah went
And
straight
Virat
up.
Kohli said, yeah, it
Then
is
he-
absolutely dead.
he
And he
was
reviews
saying,
straight
yeah,
away. Good decision.
For English
चलो
speaking
भाई लोगों, तो इनके
fluency.
साथ
Because
इनके
in
साथ
today's
इंग्लिश की
lesson,
प्रैक्टिस
I'm
करते
going to
हैं. तो
address
लेट्स
a
स्टार्ट.
problem that is faced by a lot of
जो
people.
इनकी जो सबटाइटल
If
नीचे
you
आते
are
हैं ना, मैं
about
उसको
to reach
बोलूँगा
either
so that I
advanced
can
or
more
intermediate
fluent
level,
in English. और
you
इनके कुछ
are
वर्ड्स हैं वो मैं
like on the
सीखूंगा.
upper
So
intermediate
let's
level,
start.
this is something
You are
that
like
you
on the
might be
something that you
facing.
might be facing.
People who are
Who
around
are
intermediate or upper intermediate
or
level
upper
face this
intermediate
problem
level
a
face this
lot.
problem a
And
lot.
at whatever level you
And
are,
at
this is
whatever
something that
level
can
you are,
arise.
there is something that you can
That's
rise. That's
not improving your speaking
improving your
fluency. You're
speaking
learning
fluency.
English, you
Learning
can see an
English, you can see
improvement
an
in your
improvement in
vocabulary, different aspects of English.
your vocabulary,
Yet,
different
there is the
aspect of
lack of
English, that there
fluency
is a
that you're
lack
looking
of
for
fluency
when
that you
you
are looking for
speak
when
it.
you speak.
Why is it
Why is
happening
it
that you
happening?
are
You are
learning English,
learning
you're
English, you
improving
are
it,
improving
yet
it,
when it
and
comes
yet
to
when it comes
speaking,
to speaking,
you are not
you are
able
not
to
able
see
to
the kind of
see the
results
kind
that
of
you want to
results
see?
that you
It's because
want
you're
to
making three
see,
mistakes.
because you are
Three
making
mistakes because of
three
which
mistakes
you are
because of which
not
you are not able,
fluent enough.
you are not fluent
Now,
enough.
what are these three
So are these
mistakes
three
and how to
mistakes,
avoid
and
them?
how to
I'm
avoid
going to
them?
tell
I'm
you
going
today
to
in
help you
this
tell you
particular
today
lesson.
in
So,
this
are you all
particular
ready for
lesson. Are
this?
you all
I'm
ready for
Shivangi
this?
Gupta, your
So
CELTA certified
as I'm
English
saying
language
his
tutor,
name, her
certified by the
name, as a
University of
certified
Cambridge, the UK. And
University of
before
Cambridge, the
beginning,
UK.
please
Before
subscribe
beginning,
the
please
channel so that you do not
subscribe the
miss
channel
out
so that you
on
do not
any
miss out
lesson that I post for
on
you
any
on the
lessons I
channel.
post
Please
for
like
you
the
on the
video
channel.
and
Please
share it
like
with
the
your
video
friends
and
too.
share it with your
Now,
friends too.
coming back
Now
to
coming
today's
back to today's
lesson, three
lesson.
mistakes that you
So
might
three
be
mistakes
making
that you might be
while
making
learning
while learning
English
English,
that is
that
stopping
is
you from
stopping
becoming
you
fluent
from
in
becoming
English
fluent
language.
in
So,
English
a lot of times we
language. So a lot
practice
of time we
English,
practice
we
English,
adopt
we adopt
strategies, yet
strategy.
I've seen
Yet I
people
have
say
seen
that
people should
there is
say
the lack
that
of
there is a
fluency,
lack of
like they are
fluency, like
fluent,
they are
but the kind of
fluent, but
results
the
they
kind of
want,
result they
it's not
want,
there.
it's
It's
not
not there
there.
yet. They're not at
There, it
that
is
level
not
yet.
the you are not
Vocabulary
at
is
that
good,
level. Yet vocabulary is good.
your grammar
Your
has
grammar
improved, sentence
improved,
structures
sentence.
they've improved. But the problem
But the
is in
problem is
speaking.
in
While
speaking.
speaking,
While
you do
speaking,
not
you
feel
do
that you're
not
fluent
feel that you
enough.
are
So
fluent
let's
enough.
begin
So
with the
let's
three
begin
mistakes
with
that
the
you might be making,
three
due to
mistakes
which
that you
you're
might
seeing
be
this
doing,
lack
due to
of
which you are seeing this
fluency.
lack of
Let's
fluency.
begin with the
Then
three
let's begin.
problems.
Let's
Mistake
begin.
number
Let's
one.
start now.
Mistake number
Mistake
one
number
is
one is
not
not
focused or
focused
disciplined
or not
enough.
disciplined enough.
You're not
You are not
focused, or
focused,
either
or
you're
either
not
you are
disciplined enough.
disciplined
That
enough.
is,
That is,
you are practicing
you are
English, you
practicing
are learning
English, you are
different
learning
aspects of
different
English,
aspects
but
of
you're not
English, but you
focused
are
enough
not
or
focused enough or
disciplined to
disciplined.
practice that fluency.
Practice that
What you're
fluency.
doing
What you
is
are doing
you
is
are
you
taking up
are taking up
tasks
tasks
randomly
randomly
without any
without
kind of
any kind of
strategic planning,
strategy
or you're not
planning,
focused
or
enough what you're
you're
supposed to do.
not focused
You're not
enough that you
focusing
are
on your weak
supposed to do. You
areas,
are
you're
not
not
focusing
focusing
on your
on
weak areas.
strengthening those
You
areas,
are not
you
focusing
are
on
not
strengthening those
focusing on
areas.
improving the
You are not
areas
focusing
which
on
require
improving the
more
areas which require
attention.
more
What you're
attention.
doing
What you are
is
doing
you're just
is you
randomly
are just
taking up
randomly taking
tasks,
up tasks,
randomly
randomly
learning
learning
vocabulary, then
vocabulary,
giving it up for
then
4 days,
giving it
3 days
for
maybe,
two
then
for
randomly
4 days,
taking up a
3 days
time
maybe,
slot
then
and reading
randomly
something,
taking up a
randomly
time
practicing
slot and
speaking
speaking something,
That's it.
randomly
Things are
practicing speaking, that's
scattered.
the thing.
They are not
Are
how
scattered,
they
they
are
are not,
supposed to
they
be.
are not,
That's why you're not
how they are
disciplined
supposed to
enough.
be.
You're
That's
not
how why
disciplined.
you are not
Whatever you're
disciplined enough. You
practicing,
are not
even if
disciplined.
you
Whatever you are
practice it for
practicing, even
10
if you
minutes
practice
every
it
day,
for
at
10
least
minutes,
you'll
even
see
at
some
least
results.
you will see
But
some
what you do
results.
is,
But
a
you
lot of times I've
do
seen
is a
people
lot of
think that
time.
they
I've
will
been
practice
seen
for
people
1 hour.
thinking that they
They'll
will
give 1
practice
hour
for 1 hour. They
dedicatedly.
will come
But that 1
1 hour
hour never
dedicatedly,
comes.
but that
That
1
day
hour
never
never
comes
comes.
when they
That
give that 1
never
hour
comes
to the
even when that
particular English
they
learning,
give that 1
and
hour
they
to the
keep on
particular English
procrastinating that
learning, and they
particular
keep on
thing that they have to learn it, they
procrastinating
have to
and that
learn it.
procrastinating.
What will happen in 10 minutes,
They have
15
to
minutes,
learn it
20 minutes, but you
what
need
will
to start
happen
somewhere
but
at
the
least.
15 minutes, 20
And you
minutes,
need
but
to
you
stay
need to start
consistent,
somewhere at
disciplined.
least. You need to
Being
stay
focused is
consistent,
important.
disciplined. Being
Focus
focused
on
is
the things
important.
that
Focus
are
on the things
important.
that are
Prioritize learning
important.
English. If
Prioritize,
you don't prioritize it,
prioritize
you will never
learning.
find
If you
the
don't
time to learn and improve your fluency.
prioritize means
Plus, you're not focused on speaking
improve
fluency.
your
What
fluency,
you're
plus you are
focused
not
on
focused
is your
on speaking
comfort
English.
zone.
What you are
So,
focused
learning
on
5 words
is
is
your
comfortable, you do that.
comfortable. You do
Reading
that.
something is
Reading is
comfortable, you
something is
do that.
comfortable. You do
But when
that.
it comes to
When it comes to
practicing English,
practicing English,
speaking
speaking practice,
where you have to adopt different
where you
strategies,
have to
techniques to
adopt different
improve your
strategies,
speaking,
techniques to
maybe your
improve your speaking, maybe your
pronunciation. You
pronunciation, you
hesitate. Why? Because it
hesitate.
requires
You
lots
why?
of
Because it
attention,
requires a lot of
time,
attention,
and then
time,
a lot of times
and
people they
a lot of
hesitate
times
in the
people
speaking
they
practice
hesitate
because
in the speaking
they
practice
fear that
because
as
they
soon as
feel
they
that
will
as
speak
soon as they will
something, there
speak
might be
something, there
mistakes.
might be
But then
mistakes. But
you
then
have
you
to
have
start
to
that
start
particular
that
journey
particular
at
journey
some point of
at
time.
some point of
You
time.
cannot skip
So you
those
cannot skip
steps. You
those
cannot
steps.
directly land
You
on the
cannot directly
upper
land on the
step
upper
that I'm
step
going to
that
land
I'm
directly
going
on
to
the upper
land
step if
directly
I
on the
just
upper
improve my
step. I
vocabulary,
just
keep on
improving my
reading, listening, but
vocabulary, keep
skip
on reading,
speaking.
listening,
And
but
then when I'll
skip
speak, I'll directly land
speaking,
on
and
an
then will
upper
I will speak
step where I'm
directly
not
land on
making
the
much
upper
mistakes. This will not
step
happen.
where
You
I'm
have
not
to go
making
through the
much
process.
mistakes. This will
The
not
process
happen
is
to you to
set.
go through the
Everyone's
process
journey
because
is
for the step
different, but then
the step
you have
everyone's
to
journey
take up
is
that
different,
journey.
but
There
then
is
you have
going
to
to be
take
a
up
pathway.
the journey. There is
So your
going to be a
pathway,
pathway. So
you
your
have to
pathway
take up that pathway.
you
You
have to
cannot
take up
directly
that
land
pathway. You
somewhere
cannot
in the middle
directly
of
land
that
somewhere
pathway.
in the
No.
middle of
So what
that
you're doing is you're trying to look for
pathway.
that
So
shortcut or
now
something
what
like
you are
that.
doing is
But this will
shortcut
not
something
happen.
like that,
You
but this
have
will
to
not
stay
happen. You have
focused
to stay
and
focused and
stay
you have to
disciplined in
stay
order to
disciplined
become
in order
fluent
to
in
become
English. You
fluent
want to see
English. But
fluency, you
you
want to
want to
see in
see
a short
fluency. You
amount
want to
of
see in a
time.
short amount
Stay
of time.
focused, stay disciplined.
Stay focused, stay
Mistake number
disciplined.
two.
Mistakes number two.
Mistake number two is
And two is
lack
the
of output. Lack of output,
lack
that
of
is
output,
lack
that
of
is lack of
speaking
speaking
practice. What
practice.
is the
What is
output?
the output?
Output is when you
Is
use
when
that
you use
particular
that
language
particular
you're
language
learning,
you are
you
learning,
practice
you
it
practice it
speaking
speaking
out
out
loud. You have to
loud. You
speak it
have to
out loud.
speak it
Now
out
there is
loud.
this
Not this
lack of
the lack of
output. Why?
output.
Because
Why?
you're too
Because you are
focused
too
on
focused
consuming
on
things, improving
consuming
your
things,
grammar,
improving your
improving your
grammar, improving
vocabulary,
your
and you're
vocabulary.
thinking that is
And
enough.
you are thinking
And
that
there is
is
going to
enough,
be
and
a
that is
day
going to
when
be
you
a
will feel
day when you
confident
will
enough
feel
to start
confident
speaking,
enough to
and you will speak at that
start
time.
speaking, and you will
So
speak
that is
at time.
something
So
which
that
is
is
happening
something
to
which is
you, that there
happening to
is
you.
this
That
lack
is
of
the lack of
speaking
speaking
output. You're not
output. You are
speaking
not
enough.
speaking enough.
Whatever you're learning,
Whatever
whatever you're
learning, whatever you
consuming,
are
you're not
consuming, you are not
producing it
producing it
again in the
again
form of
in the
speaking
form of
output.
speaking output.
Because you consume it, it's with
You
you.
consume it
You
with
need to
you. You
consume
need
good
to
content.
consume
I'm
good
not saying
content.
that
I am not
stop
saying that.
consuming and just focus on output. No. But what
अभी के लिए
happens
इतना
is,
ही.
what is
बाकी
happening
यार कल करते हैं. मैं थक गया हूँ भाई.